matchup's about to happen tonight, into the regular season. Along with me tonight is Mikey Batt, and Coach Darren Ferris is with us again. Appreciate him being up here and taking a part of this with us, Mikey. But big task ahead of us tonight, guys. 8-0 Pirates come in, at least got a share of the conference title here. Ball an upset by the Musketeers tonight, but come off a tough loss last weekend down at over at Scottsburg. A game that I know you and Coach probably feel like we should have won. Come away with a lot of penalties in that game, but I know you guys called the game, so I'll let you guys touch on that. The teams are getting ready to come out, and we're getting ready to set to go here.
Well, I'll just go real quick. It's been more than just last week. It's been a tough 3 out of the last 4 weeks for the Musketeers. I feel like, especially the last 2 heartbreaking losses, games that we had circled and should have, felt like we win. And Salem game, we controlled most of the game until late when they took the lead and, just couldn't overcome it. And, last week it was just like the switch went off after the first quarter, and that's been a complete opposite before, where we didn't get started until the second quarter and on, where it was just the opposite last week. But, Coach, I don't know what your thoughts on tonight. We got to, just get out of here injury-free in my mind.
Yeah, you got the tournament starting next week, and we can't afford to have any injuries. And, it's week 9, and it seems like it was just the other day that 3 of us were at West Washington calling game 1. But the season sure has flown by, and, we're getting ready to kick off to Charlestown here to get week 9 kicked off.
Coach, I'm going to let you call the left side here. Obviously, I can't see it, so I'll let you call down there, and I'll kind of get to the right there if you guys can't see it. But we set for kickoff here is Connor Gilstrap.
Probably a smart decision there. Keep it away from their 2 speedsters in the backfield as a little squid kick to about the 41. Is where Charlestown's offense will take over.
I know this is a very talented team that Charlestown has. I remember beginning of the year, Coach Dean told me that this is going to be probably one of the best teams on our schedule, and we'll see what kind of work we got cut out for us tonight.
We saw them in a scrimmage early on this year, I believe, didn't we, Coach?
Yes.
There's a handoff to number 11. He swings it out to the left side, gets the front up for a first down, and one more guy, and he might have cut loose there.
Yeah, we had a few guys there. We just didn't make the play, and results in about an 18, 20-yard run there.
Pushed out of bounds by Jury. It's good to have him back on the defensive side. He didn't play last week on the defensive side till towards the end, and he makes a difference back there.
Yes, he does.
Man in motion. I'll flip it to number Otterback. He's going to get about 5 on the carry.
I know absolutely nothing about this team, really. I mean, other than they're 8-0 and they're obviously very good. I don't know if they run the ball a lot, pass the ball a lot. I don't know if you guys know anything more about it or not.
I would say they're probably a more run-dominated team. I'm sure they can throw the ball. Good little counterplay there. It's going to result in a touchdown for Charlestown.
That's number 15, Morris. They ran 3 running plays, and none of them were a direct handoff to the running back. It was somebody coming in motion with a wide receiver or whatever, and, we had pressure. We had guys in the backfield there and just, couldn't get off the tackle to make the tackle and the block, and, he went about 35 yards untouched.
If you're a defense and they run a lot of counteraction and traps and misdirection, that's hard to key on one guy, and we saw what happened whenever they run that effectively.
So the extra point is good. That makes it 7-0 Pirates. Only 43 seconds into this. So they went about 58 yards on 3 plays. So see what the Musketeers do here.
And like last week, we talked about our run defense was much, much better in Scottsburg. Not sure what the issue is tonight. I know they're pretty athletic, and we struggle sometimes when we have to tackle those athletic running backs.
Well, and I wonder if, they're well coached. you know, when they see us on tape, they see how we, you know, and I'm not trying to just beat us down, but we tackle poorly at times, and it's really hurt us this year. And I wonder if they change their game plan. If they're more of a passing team, let's say, well, this week we're going to be more of a run team against Eastern, just because of the lack of ability to get off blocks and tackle. And, you know, we haven't figured that out all year.
Right. That's been our Achilles heel there is tackling on defense.
Well, we got 7 days to figure it out, because we're going to see a running back at second in the state right now. So
yep.
Next week at home as we host sectional against Clarksville. So Charlestown set to kick it off to the Musketeers. Back for the Musketeers will have Garrett Jury and Adams. Good boot. Adams is going to take it at about the 12. Looking for some blockers. Cuts it back up the middle. Still on his feet. Going to get out to about the 30-yard line. Not bad.
Those are some bright socks them boys
got. Those are very bright socks. Yes, they are.
I like it.
Yeah.
A lot of kids wearing the pink socks for Breast Awareness Month. Charlestown's got pink sleeves on. A lot of our kids have got pink socks. So as Rescher going to go behind center right here, and
say we're going to see a heavy dose of the run game.
Don't think he's going to come out and airmail one?
No, I do not.
There's your handoff to Jones, and he's going to get probably maybe one.
Sure, Charlestown has set their defense to stop Braden tonight. He's been our workhorse all year, and that would be an appropriate game plan.
Well, I think you got to be careful with Braden tonight and stuff, of not letting him take a chance of getting hurt and just wearing him out. You know, if this somehow gets out of hand, you just got to let him rest and focus on the big prize next week. You're going to have a quarterback keeper and goes nowhere.
And they have nobody back here in the free safety.
No, they're loading the box.
Yeah,
sure.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Musketeers from the 31. McBride checks in. He had a good game last week. You know, I really like to see, we talked about it, mix him in a little bit more on the run, just with he's a different type of running back.
Yep, he is.
Yeah, they got a couple guys back here. Bad snap.
So, bad snap kicks, 10-yard loss for the Musketeers. They'll be forced to punt. Garrett got the punting duty tonight.
Didn't know about this.
Surprise. So, Jury set back for his first high school career punt of the... Not a bad punt, no. High, takes a good bounce.
Real good punt.
That's a knuckleball up in the air.
He's going to be asking to kick extra points again after that one. Musketeers without a few players here in the first half, and fall break this week without a few vacationing, so they're down on some guys. So some guys are going to play a lot extra. So Musketeers come out on defense here for the second time.
We ain't got a couple guys on offense, but we got guys on defense. Let's maybe show something right here.
Yep.
See if we can.
Rolls out, and
He's going to airmail one here.
Oh, good defense. Who was that?
Adams.
Nice play.
He didn't even see the ball either.
Yeah.
But I think if he would have turned around, he could have intercepted it.
That's something I've noticed our DBs, that they don't get their heads around soon enough. I felt like throughout the year that could have been a couple balls that we could have picked off or knocked down, and we're just not getting our head around to see the ball.
I'll bring up a second 10. They hand it off to number 23, and he's going to be
play.
wrapped up
Yeah,
right
nice
there for
play.
about a 1 yard gain.
Number 25.
That was Zach Fickus.
Brings up a 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9 here. It's a big third down for the Musketeers here.
Yeah, if we get a stop here, this would be huge.
I think Garrett's got to be careful right here. Running something to the other side. That would drop somebody back there, but
Rolls out to the far side. He's going to keep it. And he'll be pushed out of bounds short of the first down.
and he's going to be way short.
So that'll bring up about a 4th and 5. Good defense by the Musketeers there. And I think they're going to keep the offense on the field.
They are. Maybe not. Nope, going to punt it.
Kind of nice when you could say on here, well, the punt team comes out where we just move personnel around.
Yeah.
Adams back to receive the punt.
And take a good bounce.
Down to about the 21, or about the
15.
15.
Yep.
So we'll take a break here and step away and hear a word from one of our sponsors. This is Musketeer Football being brought to you by Wslm Radio out of Salem, Indiana.
Hello, it's Jalen from John Jones in Salem, Indiana. Fall is here and it brings everything that you're looking for, from pumpkin spice and everything nice to your favorite football team driving down the field for that game-winning goal. At John Jones, we may not be driving down the football field, but we are driving down prices. With one of the largest selections of vehicles around, you can score big like your favorite team here at John Jones. Don't want to miss out on these deals before the fourth quarter is up.
Welcome back here to Charlestown. Musketeers on their second possession of the game, starting at their own 16. Pressure in the gun with Jones to his right.
Almost fumbled, and I believe they got it.
I think they tried to run that option there, and, you know, him being a new quarterback, not used to knowing when to pitch and not to, and
Couldn't tell if it was the option or if he was following Braden as a lead blocker. That was kind of hard to tell from our point of view.
Not the field position we wanted to give up.
No, have a good defensive
Yeah.
stand and then turn it right back over to him.
so with 7:54 to go in the ball game, Charlestown takes over at about the 17-yard line, and they're going to take it inside the 10 to about the 6 as McBride finally brings down the ball runner.
That'll be enough for a first down, too.
Musketeers trailing 7-0. Pretty nice facility Charlestown has here.
Very, very nice.
Turf field.
All the way around, Mike. You know,
Yeah.
you said you rode over by the softball and baseball field.
There's a handoff, and he's going to bounce it to the outside. And they were short. He's short.
Pretty big hit there by Andrew Adams.
Adams on the stop.
Very nice play.
They were kind of celebrating there, thought he had it in. And
Yeah, the quarterback thought he was in for sure.
so that'll bring up a second and goal from about the 2-yard line, 1-yard line. I'll hand it off to him one more time, and
Close.
They still have
short.
Well, one says touchdown, one didn't. So I mean, we even got a light show.
Wow.
So I'll make it 13-0 with 7:13 to go in. The Charlestown converting after the Musketeers fumble. Extra point is up and good. So 14-0 with 7:13 to go into the first quarter. You know, what's something you guys, you know, and I'll probably Coach will have to answer this one, you know, what do you do having a a backup quarterback in that hasn't taken a snap all year.
Well, you got to stay positive. That's going to be the big key. You know, the teammates staying positive, the coaching staff staying positive. He's not trying to make mistakes. He's trying to do his best. And, you know, when you've not played that position, there's a lot going on at a very quick pace. And, you know, Christian, I'm sure he'll settle in here in a little bit. We're trying to take advantage of his ability. He's kind of a bigger kid, kind of a stocky kid, built more like a running back. So, you know, I think it's a good game plan to let him run the ball some. And like I said earlier, I don't know if that was an option or more of a lead block with Braden and Christian trying to follow. But hopefully he'll settle down here, and we'll get the ball moving here this series.
I think what you just said, you hit the nail on the head, but his teammates has got to support him, Coach, and you know he's going to make mistakes, and just stay positive with him and keep him going here.
Yep. Really good kick.
It dies at about the 6, picked up by Adams. He's going to run it back up to about the 20-yard line. I think they thought that one was going on through the end zone.
Yeah.
Another big game tonight is Salem travels over to West Washington for the county championship game.
I think that's going to be a really good game, too.
Yeah, and I know last night you told me your pick, and I'm going to go opposite of what you told me.
Well, let's see what Coach Ferris thinks.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's been a while since we've seen West Washington play, and I agree with you, Wes. It's going to be a battle, I think.
That's a way to dodge that, Coach. It's a good answer. 7:07 to go here in the first quarter. 14-0 Charlestown on top. Pressure from the shotgun. Hand off to Braden Jones.
He's run.
It was a nice run. A gain of about 6 on that one.
Need to get a couple first downs here just to get something positive going. Score update from that game. The Senators take the early lead 8-0.
I believe that is being played at West Washington.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a packed house and a lot of emotion over there. And, you know, Art Sanders passing this
nice
week.
Play.
The pass is complete to Jury for about 10 or 12 yards.
Nice
Good
ball.
throw. So, you know, our sympathy and prayers go out to the West Washington fans over there. And, you know, he's kind of funny. Dad and I were out that way a couple weeks ago, and he showed me where you lived at and stuff. And then, you know, this happened. So, you know, our prayers are out to them. So,
I know Art Sanders' big name over there. I spent a lot of time over there. Kind of got my coaching career started. And, you know, when you hear the word Art Sanders, there's a lot of respect there for that man.
Back to the first down, Musketeers take over. Fakes the handoff. Rusher going to keep it. He's going to get about 2 or 3 yards. So some positive things going here for the Musketeers on this drive.
Down to 5:45. Clock still running.
This got to be our game plan. We've got to grind this clock out, run the ball, throw it every now and then when the time presents itself. But we got to keep moving the ball to keep Charlestown's offense off the field. So that's got to be our game plan.
We're going to have to get moving here. Play clock's down to 10. Two, one. Yeah, we're going to get called for offsides, I think. Not offsides, but
False start.
false start.
Yep.
Yep.
We saw that a lot last year,
Yep.
didn't we, Mikey?
Yeah. And that's a shame because I think Braden had a pretty good hole on this side.
Yeah.
You know, that's the one thing, you know, Christian can't have go against him as penalties to back him up. You know, we go from a second and manageable 8 to where you could get 3 or 4 and have a better third down, and now we're backed up second about 13. So need to try to get 5 or 6 yards back here. Pick it out to Braden, and he gets nothing there. He gets back to about the line of scrimmage.
I know Christian had a nice pass to Garrett a few plays ago. Now you're in a passing situation, so we'll see what we do here. 3rd and about 13.
Air it out.
Well, we got to lose. I agree.
Got to give him some time back here to wind it up, though, you know, if he's going to throw it. Oh, I don't think I've seen Garrett take off there, and then he kind of backed off of it and
had some pressure and kind of threw it up for grabs.
Well, and that's exactly what you said, Wes. He's going to have to give him time, and, you know, unfortunately, they had a blitz coming off the edge, and they got to him. But, you know, I think this also is an opportunity, you know, you're not having Cody the first half, is maybe you find something. Maybe there's, you know, you got an option to be able to run in sectional next week, or that somebody's not going to see and pick up on. So another good kick by Jury. That'll be returned this time. He gets to the outside, and they'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. Call it the 45. Look at that, Brody Temple on that play.
Another good kick by Garrett.
that's his good leg.
I didn't know if Holly had been practicing with him in the backyard today.
So here comes Charlestown. Roll out his pass, and it's incomplete.
Charlestown quarterback does a good job rolling out and throwing on the run.
That paint roller in his hand today helped me stain that deck. Probably helped him out there.
I'm sure it did.
So that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 45. Fake the handoff, quarterback keeper. He gets through 2 tackles.
2 guys.
He's going to break it to this near side, and he's still on his feet. Another missed tackle, and he's going to get in there to make it 20 to 0.
There's a heck of a block to happen right here at the 25, and
we had 2 guys at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage, and he slipped between both of them, and 6 points is the result.
So with 3:31 to go in the first quarter, that makes it 20-0. Charlestown will attempt the extra point. You know, they played a pretty tough sectional, too.
Yeah.
are they still with Lawrenceburg and that crew?
Gibson Southern,
Oh, yeah.
And Salem is in there as well. And I'm not for sure if they don't play Salem.
I think they do. I think
do
that's
play
the first
Salem.
round opponent. Yep.
And it's at Salem.
Yes.
So Musketeers will get ready to receive here. We'll take a quick break and hear another word from one of our sponsors. This is Musketeer Football being brought to you by WSLM Radio out of Salem, Indiana.
Remember when you had your birthday party at McDonald's, playing with your family and friends, enjoying cake and that one-of-a-kind McDonald's food and drink? If you're looking for a fun and safe place to have a party for your children or grandchildren, look no further. Party time is back at McDonald's right here in Salem, Mitchell, and West Baden. That's right, hosted birthday parties are back, baby. Call event coordinator Renee Lewis at 812-788-0126 to schedule your birthday for Salem, Mitchell, or West Baden today. The party includes food and drink for up to 10 guests with your choice of white or chocolate cake ice cream for each child, A gift for the birthday boy or girl, goodie bags for each child, and a festive decorated party area. Parties at Salem allow children to play, while the McDonald's in Mitchell and West Baden will feature 8.
All right, welcome back here to Charlestown. Musketeers set to receive the kickoff after about a 55-yard run for the Charlestown Pirates. Put them up 21-0. And here's the kickoff to Adams. He's going to take it from the 10. Takes a hard hit and going to get out to about the 27-yard line. So that's where the Musketeers will take over.
Other games going on throughout the Mid-Southern Conference. Providence is at North Harrison. Salem's at West Washington. Scottsburg's at Brownstown. And Silver Creek's at Corden tonight.
You know, this game is always a tough game for us. Charlestown's always pretty good. It's the last game of the year. As we talked early, you don't want to come in here and get a bunch of guys injured for sectional. It's fall break. That's always tough on sports when you have breaks, and I'm sure it was like that this week for practice.
So ball at the 28-yard line.
I think we fumbled it.
I think we got it back.
Yeah.
So Musketeers will retain the ball.
No gain on the fumble.
You know, best case, should have went there 3 or 4 yards and then recovered it, but
I think they're recognizing the past conference championship teams at halftime or something tonight too, and then the semi-state team from like 89, 90.
and off to Jones. He's going to get about 4 or 5 on the carry.
That was a good run, good block.
2:30 to go here in the first quarter. 21-0 Charlestown.
Been a long first quarter, feels like.
Yeah, very long. I'm sure we have won the time of possession right now, but we have not won the points on the scoreboard.
No.
You know, you just keep it on the ground here, and
You got single coverage over here with Adams on the far side there.
going to give it to Jones. He cuts it back, and he's going to be a good 4 yards short of the first down. So that'll be another punting situation for the Musketeers. Hey, they'll run a fake punt here. Garrett
Gibson's in the game now.
Another nice kick. I will say Garrett gets the ball off quick. One step and it's gone.
And the other thing I like, him and Cody are 2 different punters. Cody's is more of a line drive. Garrett, if it kicks it high with distance and gives us time to get down there. I mean, you know, on a turf field, it may be more beneficial for a Cody kicker where you're going to get the roll. But so take it over on their own 30 is Charlestown. In command of this game so far. Going to hand it off. I'm going to get a couple on that run. Going to bring it out to the 32. I think the only thing that stopped him was tripping over somebody. But nevertheless, it's a stop, and we'll see if we can build off of it. And kind of seeing us move some defensive linemen around a little bit.
Yeah, we've got a 5-man front this series.
Going to air it out.
That's a nice throw.
Oh, nice.
Broken up by
Nice
Adams
defense.
again.
That's a nice ball he threw there.
That was a real nice football. Tight spiral.
Good play by Adams, though, too.
If he doesn't get a hand on it, that's 6 points.
Something I seen here on defense that we did, we went to that 5-man front, but Connor Gilstrap's on the outside, and we moved Caleb King inside now a little bit.
Yep. He was pretty aggressive on defense. He's a strong kid, so maybe get a little more strength. The interior is helping us out.
See if that'll be a completion, and it is.
Yeah.
That'll be just enough for a first down. So that'll be his first completion of the ball game.
So 38 seconds to go here in the first quarter. First and 10 from the Charlestown 43. Oh,
Great play by Adams.
Yeah.
Nice play.
Went the wide receiver screen, and Adams read it, and it's going to be a 1-yard loss.
Andrews had some nice plays this first quarter. And the one guy that's made a few stops here.
Toss play up as the running back. He's going to have a flag on the
I
play.
think it's going to be a hold.
I'm guessing that's what it'll be, Wes. Was that Adams again on the play?
Yep. Wait to push
Yeah,
him
they're
back.
going to back him up.
So with 5 seconds here to go in the first quarter, that's going to push them back to pretty much where they were at. Bring up a second, about 13.
Oh, Vickus with the one-handed toss. I think they're going to get him on maybe a horse collar or face mask, one of the two. Yeah, it's going to be a horse collar on the Musketeers.
So that's probably going to give them an automatic first down. That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter with the Pirates up 21-0 on the Musketeers. This is Musketeer football being brought to you by Wslm Radio.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272. Let's get on our feet and give a big hand to the starting lineup at McDonald's here in Salem. The quarter pounder is coming down the field. Filet of fish and those golden delicious fries are warming up on the sideline. And now for the feature star of the night, the Big Mac. You'll score every time with a hot, fresh meal from McDonald's in Salem. Whether you're there for breakfast, lunch.
All right, welcome back here to Charlestown. First play of the second quarter. Little quarterback pitch, and he's going to get about 4 yards on the run.
Tackled by McBride.
And I think we're adjusting their offense a little bit. They kind of slowed them down a little bit. I know the score doesn't indicate that, but we're going to have a timeout here by, I believe, Charlestown. So real quick, we can talk about, Musketeer Nation, what's going on there is football sectional a week from tonight at home. The Musketeers will host Clarksville. So want everybody to come out and need a big crowd there as, Musketeers, we feel like it's a winnable game. They do have the second leading rusher in the state, so, you feel like you got to stop one person coming into that ball game. Once again, we'll have the famous ribeyes and burgers and all the fixings to go with that. So come out and enjoy the sectional game.
We do want to see a big crowd. I know Clarksville's better. And when you have the state's second leading rusher, that makes you better. But that's got to be our game plan, is to stop him next Friday night. And I think if we do that, we got a shot at advancing to the second round. And by looking at the bracket, that could also be a home game too. So definitely a winnable game. We'll just see what happens, and we need a big crowd to cheer on the Musketeers.
And we've had some nice crowds this
year.
We really have. The attendance has been pretty good there at school, supporting these boys. And
so Pirates come out here with start the second quarter, as they had a little introduction in there of in between quarters of a former team. So it'll be 2nd 8. Here's the same play. They just run it this near side, and it's going to be a little more productive this time.
We're getting guys to the football now. We didn't do that the first series or two, but we're getting guys to the football, and that's a positive thing to see.
So I'll bring up a 3rd and 3 for the Pirates, and they're in 4-down territory. Musketeers go back to going to stay in the 5-man front, but move King back to the outside. Take the handoff. Nice pass play there.
Nice play. Little play action, little dump pass to the tight end over the middle. But you know what? We had a guy on him. He just made a nice
they're going to come back because there's a penalty, illegal man downfield. So that's going to neglect that 15, 20-yard pass play. So that'll bring them back out to about a 3rd and 8 now.
There's a big 3rd down right here, I think, and the next 2, because they're going to go for it if they don't get it here. And we got to do a little damage control right now.
Yep.
Step back to pass.
Like he's got the first down.
Yep.
Attacked the pass play, but had good coverage, so the quarterback took off and got the first down yardage.
McClellan on the carry there.
He's a good-looking quarterback.
Yeah.
Can run, can throw. I believe, what is he, Mikey, a junior?
Yeah, they only have 5 seniors. Nice little misdirection play again.
Another horse collar. Missed that one.
Should be enough for another first down. So ball at the 15 now. We're down to 10:54 to go here in the first half.
21-0. Got to end about the 8th.
Yeah, we had him stopped at the line of scrimmage and couldn't take him down. Gained 8 yards after that.
So 2nd down. Be about a 2nd and 4 from the 9. Give it to him again. Gonna take it down to about the 5-yard line. He may be just short of the first down.
Couple of yards shy.
Yeah, they didn't get him a very good spot on that one.
Looks like a quarterback keeper. He's going to be short by about a yard. That'll be enough for a first down. Be 1st and goal from the 1. You know, just like us talking about resting some guys and stuff, I'm sure Charlestown's going to be the same way the second half. As you know, they got plans to go as far as they can go, and there's the quarterback keeper. He's going to run it in for a touchdown. I'm not a fan of this light show like in between all this. It's kind of hard to get used to. They're wearing the switch out right now. So, they do have a nice facility here to do. So that's 27-0 with 9:40 to go. Charlestown set to attempt the extra point. And it is up and good. Make it 28-0 here in the first half. We'll step away and hear a word from one of our sponsors. This is Musketeers Football being brought to you by Wslm Radio out of Salem, Indiana.
It's no secret that people are taking advantage of early voting in Indiana. Early voting starts a month before the traditional general election on Tuesday, November the 8th. Wslm has helped educate the Kentuckiana community for the past 69 years. One of the ways we've done is to host our political forums to introduce the public to our candidates. We thought we'd serve the public's interest in hosting our next political forum on Monday, October the 10th at 6 p.m. at City Hall, which will help you get to know the candidates before making a decision during early voting. Early voting in Indiana begins Tuesday, October the 11th, and continues through November the 7th at noon. Regular voting hours for general election are from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Tuesday, November the 8th. All registered Indiana voters are eligible to vote early in person. We invite all local candidates to attend this forum so you can either meet them in person, listen to them on the radio, or online. Then maybe you'll be able to make a better...
All right, well, welcome back here to Charlestown. And we're set for another kickoff by Charlestown. $9:40 to go here in the first half. Any baseball scores? I'm looking right now for you, buddy. Phillies are up 9-1 in the bottom of the 8th. The Yankees lost in 10, 4-2. That's a good thing. And then the Dodgers and Padres play the late game tonight. Don't say that too loud, Brant Ferris. Here's Adams out to about the 27. Now, I'm not a Yankees fan. We've had this talk, Mikey, but I do, I guess, appreciate the Yankees and, you know, yeah, just their franchise and what they've done. You know, when you have a player like Derek Jeter come through and then see what he does for, you know, the whole Major League Baseball and stuff like that, you really appreciate them. And, you know, they don't have a turnover like the team we root for where, you know, every year we're bringing in different players, trading or whatever. I mean, they develop players and they keep them there, and, you know, year in, year out, they're successful. Yep. So, 9:30 to go here in the first half. 28-0. Pirates on top. Rusher out of the shotgun here. 1st and 10 from the 29.
You have two guys in motion. Maybe Coach Dean call timeout. It's probably a good thing because that was a penalty waiting to happen.
So we'll stay here and you know, talking about Musketeer Nation. Girls volleyball team advanced last night with a win over Clarksville in 3 games. They will play tomorrow approximately 12:30 against the sectional favorite Brownstown after they advanced by beating Mitchell last night. So got a lot of work to do to be able to come out of there with a win. If they're fortunate enough to win, they'll turn around and play tomorrow night. And I'm not for sure what time that is tomorrow night if we would advance.
I'm thinking it's around 7 o'clock maybe. That's usually the time that they play a championship game.
So,
something to think about though, Mikey. Our volleyball team's been successful playing on Saturdays this year.
Yeah.
Won a couple tournaments on Saturday, so that's got to kind of be the focus is we're playing on Saturday, and that seems to be our day.
No pitch to Adams, and he's going to get a couple of yards. You know, not a very good mark. Took him back to the line of scrimmage.
I thought he got more than that, but
yeah. You know, Coach Robinson, she's done a nice job of, you know, working with these girls and, you know, having high expectations. And, you know, she plans on being there tomorrow night, and that's what you got to have in a coach. Resher steps back. He throws a nice ball over to Drury. He spins it away from the defense and going to pick up about 5 yards.
That's the exact same pass that they threw earlier when they connected.
Nice ball. I think if you're going to have him throw them the type of passes, we got to have him complete right now.
That's what I was about to say. Those 5-6 yard pass plays where a couple steps and let it go. And
Garrett's liking this quarterback change. We're going to go trips to the near side here. Jones to the left of Resher. Charlestown showing pressure. Here's the quarterback keeper. Going to be about a yard, maybe 2 yards short. At this point, I think you got to go for it.
Yeah, we got to get something on our side in terms of momentum, and maybe we'll get the first down here, break a play for big yards. You know, they blitzed 2 guys there, and we talked about that last week against Scottsburg. That can be a good thing or a bad thing, blitzing guys, and then it favored us.
It did right there. I'll run it again. Resher's going to have a first down. Pretty good spot there.
I think that was the same play that they ran previous.
Well, that's going to move them out to the 41-yard line.
We have to continue this momentum here. We can't have a fumble, can't have a penalty, can't have a bad snap. This is, you know, our offense is good enough where we can move the ball and take up 7 minutes and 30 seconds off the clock to keep it out of their hands.
So here we go. We're down to 3 on the play clock. Gives it to Jones. He goes to the outside, and there's going to be a flag on the play.
More likely a holding or a face mask, maybe?
Oh, it looked like it was a face mask, but that's what I'm hoping for.
Yep, let's hope that's a call.
Holding on the Musketeers. Now, you just talked about it, Coach. We can't have them kind of things, and so 15 yards on that penalty. First and 26. Yep. First and New Wash. There's Jones. That's a good run right there. That was a good run. He's going to get about 5 of them back right there.
You know, we ran that little 5-yard stop route with Garrett a couple times. We may try that again, or we may fake that and send him downfield if their DB's coming up to bite on that. We'll see. I know that would definitely be a thought, you know, with Cody, your normal quarterback in there, but we'll see. Christian's done a nice job.
I think he's done a real nice job coming in and
pass is nice catch. That Caleb King on the catch?
Yes.
A big target to go to.
He put that between about 3 to 50.
He did, too. I thought they picked it off for sure.
So that's going to make it 3rd and about 12. So they've got half of it back. Yep. Clock's still running. We're under 6 here in the first half. 28-0. Charlestown on top. We're going to load it up on this side here.
keep it on the ground. The aggressor keeps it back to the pretty much a little past the original line of scrimmage.
Only a game of about 4. Looks like coach is going to punt. I see the punting motion over there.
See what kind of punt Garrett can have this time. Maybe he'll kick it down to about the 5-yard line.
They seem to be getting better every time.
Yeah, they do. He gets away quick, and I don't know what his average is, but it's probably around 30, 35 yards right now.
We're going to have a timeout here. The play clock was down to 1 as we're down to 4:46 to go here in the first half. We'll step away and hear a word from one of our sponsors. This is Musketeer Football being brought to you by WSLM Radio out of Salem, Indiana.
Remember when you had your birthday party at McDonald's, playing with your family and friends, enjoying cake and that one-of-a-kind McDonald's food and drinks? If you're looking for a fun and safe place to have a party for your children or grandchildren, look no further. Party time is back at McDonald's, right here in Salem, Mitchell, and West Baden. That's right, hosted birthday parties are back, baby. Call event coordinator Renee Lewis at 812-788-0126 to schedule your birthday for Salem, Mitchell, or West Baden today. The party includes food and drink for up to 10 guests, with your choice of white or chocolate cake, ice cream for each child, a gift for the birthday boy or girl, goodie bags for each child, and a festive decorated party area. Parties at Salem allow children to play, while McDonald's in Mitchell and West Baden will feature age-appropriate games. Let McDonald's make your child's next birthday party stress-free for you and fun for them. Call Renee at 812-788-0126 today.
All right, welcome back here to Charlestown as we're down to 4:46 going the first half. Musketeers still trailing 28-0. Garrett Drury back to punt again. Good snap. Good punt. Gonna go inside the 15. Down to about the 11-yard line.
He's close to that 5-yard line. Definitely a good punt.
So Pirates will come out and take over at their own 11. 4:35 to go. Musketeers just need to get out of here with no more damage. Yep. Get to the locker room, regroup.
I'm sure Charlestown's on the other side thinking, let's get this to 35-0 and have a running clock, and you're probably thinking that if you're Charlestown's coaching staff.
So here we go. Here's the snap, step back, throw it again. He's got his receiver. Oh, my goodness. I think he was seeing the end zone way before he caught that one because he had a good 3 or 4 yards on him. He couldn't have thrown that ball any better than what he just threw it.
Well, that was a great ball. he's got a nice arm.
Yes, he does. And that's been a couple he's tried now.
Yep.
Quarterback's going to keep it here. I think it's with the tackle.
Nice play. Quarterback tried to stiff arm him, and Zach kept fighting there to push him out of bounds.
That's going to be enough for a first down. Yep, so that'll make it 1st and 10 from the 21. 4:21 to go here in the first half. Hands it off again. He's going to get about 6 on the play. Going a little bit hurry up here now. Right at 4 minutes. 2nd and 5. Quarterback's going to keep it. We got to him. Missed tackle by Brody Temple there. Finally brought down there. But his friends showed up, and it'll be about a 2 or 3 yard loss.
That was encouraging to see several guys to the football there.
Brody did a great job, just tackled a little bit, tackled high, but slowed him up for his teammates to get there, so did his job. No good. So that's going to bring up a 4th and 6. Should force a punt here. Good stand there by the Musketeers.
Kind of looked like they got out of their comfort zone a little bit there, being on the hurry-up end of it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
After that first initial play there.
Yep. Well, I think that drop took a little bit out of them when they had a 6. They had 6 right there if he catches it. And
they were definitely winning that 35-point spread here.
Excellent punt. Adams catches it at about the 40-yard line. Still on his feet. Crosses midfield.
Nice return.
Going to be the best field position for the Musketeers all night. They're going to start in Charlestown territory at about the 40-yard line. 20-yard return there for Adams. So plenty of time. 3:09 to go in the first half to punch one in.
Well, if we could sneak one in here before half and get the ball back at the beginning of the second half.
So, see what Coach Moore dials up.
I think he may take a shot at the end zone here. See what kind of arm Christian's got. That trips to this side.
Pass is complete to Adams, and he's going to get
a yard or two on a play.
That's the type of play that's got to hit quick to get positive yards, and if you don't have the blocking by your receivers, that's usually the result. Maybe a yard or two gained.
Now here's a formation we haven't ran yet tonight, putting Caleb in the backfield. There's Jones, he's not going to have much there.
Had a missed block there.
Because we're down to 2:15 to go in the first half, and we'll bring up about a 3rd and 8.
We certainly don't want to give them the ball back before the end of the half.
I tell you what, there's probably 2 people wanting that clock to run faster than anybody. That's Coach Dean and Christian. Get me out of this position, get me back into my normal. Hand off to Braden again, and goes off the left side, and
it's like the ball's loose.
I'll count him down. I'll say he was down, I think.
I'll get to about the 36-yard line. So that's going to bring up about a 4th and 6. Going to have another timeout here.
I'm guessing we're going to go for it here.
I think you got to go back to that little pass play with Garrett. It's been about a 5 to 6 yard play every time.
Are you saying that more, Coach, because it's time the clock eat some more clock off, or what?
I'm just thinking, the ball's on the 36-yard line. You're down 28 to nothing. See what happens. Maybe you get some momentum. Maybe we run that little pass play and break a tackle and get a first down, maybe a touchdown, and then the momentum kind of goes back to your side for the second half. Get the ball in the second half, and you build from that.
And to add to that, I don't think we can punt from there without punting it in the end zone.
Yeah.
Which may not be a bad thing, but
well, you look at that and you punt in the end zone, they're going to, you're only gaining about, 16 yards?
Yeah.
So
we're down to 15 on the play clock.
Down to 8. 5. Snap. Pressure.
that's pass interference.
Yeah, it's got it.
Here he comes the guy. He hit him way before the
Yeah, he did.
was there.
Thankfully, Adams is okay.
Yep.
That'll be an automatic first down. That's why you go for it, Wes.
Not sure what the discussion's about. I think that was pretty obvious what the call is.
I think Charlestown's arguing it wasn't a catchable ball, but so that's going to give the Musketeers a first down after the pass interference call. Minute 40 to go here in the first half. We're still eating clock. That's going to punch one in now. They get down to the 21-yard line. You know, I don't know what these fans are arguing about. I mean, he clearly had him up in the air before the ball was there. And so Musketeers are going to go trips to the far side now. You know, and we've ran that, when we run trips, we ran that with him keeping the football, and I think they're kind of figuring that out. As we're down to a minute 25 to go.
I think at some point here we've got to take a shot and throw it, if not in the end zone, close to the end zone to see what happens.
Clock still running. Down to a minute and 10 seconds on the play clock. Good run for Braden there. He's going to pick up about 4.
Not sure how many timeouts we have left.
I think we got 1, don't we? Go quick here. Ball down on the 19-yard line. 3rd and 8. Down to 15 on the play clock. Oh.
I think that's a forward pass.
Yep, that's what they're calling it.
Definitely worked in our favor there.
So let me ask something. 24 seconds to go. We haven't done it all year. You've seen how Garrett's kicked the ball. Do you try something right here just to see? You got a 4th and 8 from the 19.
I say no, and here's why. I've been involved in games where you try a field goal, it's blocked, they pick it up and run it back for a touchdown.
Yeah.
You know, you've not done it all year. You may practice it, but practice and game are two different scenarios. You cannot simulate Charlestown trying to block a kick in practice. I just don't think that would be in our favor right now. I see we're trying to put some points on the board, but I don't think that is something that we're going to look at doing here. But I could be wrong.
See, I'm a risk taker, Coach.
I know.
Punting the ball's a little bit different, kicking it off the ground, too. I mean,
well, everything's got to be right. You got to have a good snap, a good hold, good kick, walking up front.
So coming out of timeout, we'll see what the Musketeers do. Halftime, 14-0. West Washington on top. Salem Wise.
I think we're going to run that little stop route that we've had a little success with here. Got a first down?
Going to be, it is a first down. Got to hurry. Yeah, I'm going to have to get going quick because I don't think we got any timeouts left. You spike it here?
Yep. That's what he does.
Good play. Good play. 13 seconds to go. I think, do you send 2 plays in right here?
I think you got to. I think they both have to be pass plays because if you run the ball, you're not going to get a shot for a second play.
Yeah, you're going to have to get it in, I believe, if you run.
Got to get out of bounds.
Probably going to get one more play here, and that's going to be it. 7 seconds to go in the first half. I tell you what, I'm pretty proud of Christian the way he played the first half. I think he's done an outstanding job for his first time behind center, and hats off to him, to be quite honest. He's been very smart. He hasn't tried to do too much, and spiking the football, getting out of bounds here, knowing that he had to stop the clock. And so here we go, 3rd and 18 from the 18-yard line.
I'd like to see a little hook and ladder play here, a little trickery.
Up in the air, that's going to be intercepted, goal line, and that should be, they're going to have one more play in them. I know, Christian feels bad, but, good play.
Yeah.
I mean, he had pressure coming.
You had to take a shot. You're out of timeouts. I don't remember, was that 3rd or 4th down, but you had to take a shot.
And that's one thing that you can tell he hasn't where he hasn't. Some of the passes they've got on has been short. He hasn't put it over them where understand let the receiver go get, and that just comes with time. And so Charlestown takes over after the interception at the 4-yard line. I'm going to hand it off here. Still on his feet. And that will bring us to the end of the first half. Score at the end of the first half. Charlestown Pirates on top of the Eastern Musketeers 28-0. We'll step away, hear a word from our sponsors here at Commissioner's Corner. We'll be back at you in just a moment to get first half comments from Coach Ferris and Mikey. You're listening to Musketeer Football on WSLM out of Salem, Indiana.
Time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bob Lovell. This is our weekly conversation with the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Paul, thank you so much for taking time. It's championship time. I'm looking at a schedule here and seeing that boys tennis, unified flag football, golf, cross-country sectionals. How am I doing at this particular time? Because this is a busy schedule for everybody involved, and we're going to be crowning some champions very soon.
We are, Coach, and it's just funny, we get up in the morning, I walk outside, and there's just that chill in the air that we associate with fall in this state, and that also means that tournament time is here, and you nailed it. I mean, we're going to crown our first state champions this weekend at Prairie View Golf Course with the girls golf state championship, and then boys, we have the tennis is starting tomorrow. Unified flag football is one of the best programs that we have going on. The unified programming is going to begin on Saturday with their sectional, but then it just comes. And every week we have another level of the tournament folding in, and the back room is full of trophies and medals right now, Coach. We're ready to give those things out.
I don't want to wax this out and nostalgic too badly, but listen, you compete for championships, and I was fortunate in my high school career to play on 4 sectional championships at Plainfield High School, and even at this advanced age of mine, I recall that feeling, sharing that experience with my teammates, my coaches, my family, and everybody involved, and this really is, as cliched as it sounds, about lifetime memories.
It is, and I often say that the memories of the individual accomplishments, whether you scored 30 points in a game or what round you shot in golf, those things fade over time. But the things that never fade are the relationships with your coach, with your teammates, and that celebration when you achieve something that's on your goal list. when schools do that, and then students do that, that goes in the bucket of lifetime memories that, you know, those things never go away. The feeling never diminishes, and the ability to say I was a champion will be part of the things that people can talk about the rest of their life.
As we do this, I'm sitting in my den in my home looking at the 1969 sectional championship team, and then you talk about memories, it's right there. You know, I look at it every day, and I'm excited for these kids to go out there, and also those who are wrapping up their careers, you wrap up your career to play for a championship. That's a great way to end it.
It is, and you know, and while we never want the end to come, but it does, and as life moves on, we know that, first of all, they've had a great career, they've had a chance to be with their coaches, but, you know, again, they have the moment to celebrate, but the thing that they carry with them, Bob, is that ability to prepare, to participate, and to be able to win a championship. You really, truly are involved, and you learn that process to prepare to win, whether it come into practice or the weight room or in the classroom or wherever it is. That what you learn at the high school level will carry you through the rest of your life. And that's the thing for me that, you know, I look at this, I do when I hand out those medals, but I think about every student athlete who participates in one of those tournaments. And I really think that they're so prepared to be able to contribute back in their communities. Because let's face it, the vast majority of kids that participate, even at the highest level in our tournaments, are going to be back in their communities in 4 or 5 short years contributing, and they're contributing as the local HVAC repairman, or the teacher in the classroom, or the doctor of the community, or you know what, even a radio host may be the next one out. Or the next, make a better career choice. Yeah. But you know, they're prepared because they've been in an education-based system.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Hey, Dr. Elsperman, I believe one of the best ways to invest in a community is to encourage participation in high school sports.
I agree, Paul. High school sports can play a tremendous role in student-athletes obtaining their first degree in life, a high school diploma. Ivy Tech Community College also plays a role by serving more than 70,000 Indiana high school students who are earning college credit while finishing high school.
High school athletics are all about setting students up for success in the classroom and in life, and that's especially important, considering less than 7% of student athletes play sports in college, and even fewer receive scholarships.
At Ivy Tech, thousands of high school students complete their freshman year of college or first industry credential, giving them a head start on college and careers.
We appreciate the support of partners like Ivy Tech who invest in our student athletes, their education, and our communities.
This is championing education. This is investing in your community. This is your IHSAA.
What separates high school sports from other athletic programs? We keep education in front of athletics. I'm Paul Knight, Commissioner of the IHSAA, and I'm thrilled to introduce our new Assistant Commissioner, Jamie Elmer, because I know she shares the same passion for education-based athletics.
That's right, Paul. As a former principal, teacher, and Hoosier student athlete myself, I understand firsthand how high school sports provide a complete educational experience for students.
The real benefit of playing in the second classroom of high school sports isn't just about teams becoming better athletes.
It's about them becoming better people, building character and developing the habits they need to be successful adults in life. Accountability, teamwork, respect, perseverance. These are just some of the life lessons learned on the playing field.
It's good to have another passionate advocate for education-based athletics on the team. Welcome aboard, Assistant Commissioner Elmer.
This is the second classroom. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
Investing in education-based athletics builds strong communities in a strong, successful Indiana. That's because when we support education-based athletics, we're not only supporting Hoosier student athletes, we're championing the next generation of doctors, CEOs, and engineers, not to mention future teachers, first responders, and civil servants. I'm Brian Lewis. And I'm Chris Kaufman. We're both Assistant Commissioners commissioners of the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
High school sports are the training ground for our future community leaders, impact makers, and world changers.
When we invest in student athletes, we're teaching them the importance of serving others selflessly,
Leading them to become engaged, compassionate citizens who pay it forward and continue building a positive future for Indiana and beyond.
Support the next generation of Hoosier difference makers by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events.
This is serving our community. This is strengthening our future. This is your IHSAA. Hi everybody, Bob Lovell here. Be sure to tune in on WSLM 1220 AM and 97.9 FM for your weekly dose of Indiana sports talk from 9:30 to midnight.
life's so interesting. The theory of evolution claims only the strong shall survive. Maybe so. Maybe so. But the theory of competition says just because they're the strong doesn't mean they can't get their ass kicked. That's right. See, what every long shot come from behind underdog will tell you is this. The other guy may in fact be the favorite. The odds may be stacked against you. Fair enough. But what the odds don't know is this isn't a math test. This is a completely different kind of test. One where passion has a funny way of trumping logic. So before you step up to the starting line, before the whistle blows and the clock starts ticking, just remember, out here, the results don't always add up. No matter what the stats may say, and the experts may think, and the commentators may have predicted, when the race is on, all bets are off. Don't be surprised if somebody decides to flip the script and take a pass on yelling uncle. And then suddenly, as the old saying goes, we got ourselves a game.
It's no secret that people are taking advantage of early voting in Indiana. Early voting starts a month before the traditional general election on Tuesday, November the 8th. Wslm has helped educate the Kentuckiana community for the past 69 years. One of the ways we've done is to host our political forums to introduce the public to our candidates. We thought we'd serve the public's interest in hosting our next political forum on Monday, October the 10th at 6 p.m. at City Hall, which will help you get to know the candidates before making a decision during early voting. Early voting in Indiana begins Tuesday, October the 11th, and continues through November the 7th at noon. Regular voting hours for general election are from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Tuesday, November the 8th. All registered Indiana voters are eligible to vote early in person. We invite all local candidates to attend this forum, so you can either meet them in person, listen to them on the radio, or online. Then maybe you'll be able to make a better decision to pick the right person to lead your communities and schools. Just another way that Wslm is working to be our community leader.
Hello, it's Jalen from John Jones in Salem, Indiana. Fall is here and it brings everything that you're looking for, from pumpkin spice and everything nice to your favorite football team driving down the field for that game-winning goal. At John Jones, we may not be driving down the football field, but we are driving down prices. With one of the largest selections of vehicles around, you can score big like your favorite team here at John Jones. Don't want to miss out on these deals before the fourth quarter is up? Take a time out from the game and check out our inventory online at johnjonesautogroup.com and give us a call at 877-473-5546. Again, I'm Jalen Hoare, and remember, at John Jones, you see so many because they paid so little.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward Rehabilitation Program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
After notching their first win of the season, the Colts stay at home this weekend as they welcome in the Tennessee Titans. This is Matt Taylor, and join me, Rick Venturi, and Lara Overton on Sunday afternoon in downtown Indianapolis. The Colts look to snap a 3-game losing streak to their division rivals from Nashville and win back-to-back games for the first time this season. It's the Colts and Titans in a pivotal AFC South showdown with countdown to kickoff starting at noon with a game to follow at 1. Hear every play on Sunday right here on the Bell Tire Radio Network. After notching their first win of the season, the Colts stay at home this weekend as they welcome in the Tennessee Titans. This is Matt Taylor, and join me, Rick Venturi, and Lara Overton on Sunday afternoon in downtown Indianapolis. The Colts look to snap a 3-game losing streak to their division rivals from Nashville and win back-to-back games for the first time this season. It's the Colts and Titans in a pivotal AFC South showdown with countdown to kickoff starting at 11 with a game to follow at noon. Hear every play on Sunday right here on the Bell Tire Radio Network.
Remember when you had your birthday party at McDonald's, playing with your family and friends, enjoying cake and that one-of-a-kind McDonald's food and drinks? If you're looking for a fun and safe place to have a party for your children or grandchildren, look no further. Party time is back at McDonald's right here in Salem, Mitchell, and West Baden. That's right, hosted birthday parties are back, baby. Call event coordinator Renee Lewis at 812-788-0126 to schedule your birthday for Salem, Mitchell, or West Baden today. The party includes food and drink for up to 10 guests, with your choice of white or chocolate cake, ice cream for each child, a gift for the birthday boy or girl, goodie bags for each child, and a festive decorated party area. Parties at Salem allow children to play, while the McDonald's in Mitchell and West Baden will feature age-appropriate games. Let McDonald's make your child's next birthday party stress-free for you and fun for them. Call Renee at 812-788-0126 today and get your next party on the schedule at McDonald's.
All right, welcome back here to Charlestown. We're at the half, coming to a close here. We're down to about 1:50 to go as they just got done introducing 50 years of football here at Charlestown and bringing back a lot of the old players and introducing them. It's, you know, Coach Ferris brought it up. We ain't even halfway there yet in our program, so we're about a third of the way maybe.
Yep.
So, you know, hopefully we'll be able to do that. Hopefully we'll be around to see that. But you know, here at the half, the Musketeers trailing 28-0 to Charlestown, and you know, a lot of different discussion up here by us guys. You know, going into this second half, you know, what do you do? You know, player-wise, do you try to make a attempt to get back in the ball game, or do you just take your loss and stay healthy and start preparing for next week?
I think a lot of it depends on, guys, what happens this first possession, to be honest with you. Us getting the ball, I mean, if we get some momentum here and, you know, we can possibly get a score, then, you know, you stay with it. But, you know, if we turn it over and they go down and score quick, and then I think Coach may making some adjustments there.
I agree with Wes 100%. You know, you got to see what happened your first possession. We go down to score, make it 28-8, hopefully, and then see what happens from there. You don't want to write this game off right now, but the most important part of the season is next week. I always say that that's the real season, is when you get to the sectional, because it doesn't matter what your regular season record was. Everybody's 0-0, and you go into week one, and you know, anything can happen. And like we said, feel like we've got a decent shot of winning that first game against Clarksville. And you want to be 100% in terms of your manpower, and you know, you hope the second half you can get away with no injuries and be healthy for next week.
And I know how you guys think. I think you guys think the same as I do. You win that first game next week, you get yourself a chance to play against one of the best teams in the state and see how you match up against a team like that, you know, with this group of kids that we get majority of them back next year. And I think it's a good thing to be able to play a team like that in the sectional and to see where you go forward from that. So, you know, we got to get past the first game, and it's not going to be an easy one. We know that with that running back they have down there, and we going to have to stop him. But, you know, I think we definitely got a chance at it. We got to give ourselves a shot at it. We got to score like we have been and stop somebody. So,
you know, talking about the sectional, our sectional is really the bracket is kind of, they've separated the four best teams in it. You know, typically you'll have some of the best teams playing each other in week one, and that's not the case in our sectional. You know, you've got Triton Central and Indianapolis-Scecina, who is probably the two favorites, and if things pan out, they may meet each other in the final, but you know, you win week one, and you've got a shot at playing Scecina, who has been a powerhouse in high school football over the years. So we'll see what happens.
It's kind of set up in a typical bracket of a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're like the 4 or 5 game.
Yep.
And you're going to play the one if you win. So here's the kickoff. Starts second half. Adams with it, still on his feet, and he's going to get out at about the 32-yard line, 33-yard line. But, you know, going back to what we was talking about here before we come on is I'm going to flip it over to Charlestown side. They want to get a stop and get a score and get the running clock going and kind of get some other kids in there so they can start, you know, resting some guys and, you know, trying to get out of here injury-free. They're not the only ones trying to get out of here injury-free. And, you know, so I think they want to get, you know, their thing at half was get a stop, let's get a score. And so we'll see what happens here as looks like Vannett's back in here to start the second half at quarterback. Trips to the far side. He's going to come out throwing. Hits a slant, and Adams just a little bit behind him.
It's a good play. He was open, just threw it behind him just a little bit. Brings up second down.
I like the play call. Come out and just fire away and see what you can do. And, you know, they kind of shut Braden down.
Yep. And that's a throw that Cody can make, and he has made it this year. So switching styles in our quarterbacks here, you know, Cody is definitely a passing quarterback.
So same formation, trips to the far side. We got one receiver here to the near side. Handed off to Jones. He's got a hole up the middle. He's still on his feet. Running over one guy, going to take it into Charlestown territory down to about the 37-yard line.
That was a good, hard run by Braden.
Maybe the best run I've seen in the last 2 weeks out of him.
He hit the hole hard, and
that was a good hole, too, that offensive line made for him.
Very good.
And not taking nothing away from Christian, but when you get your normal quarterback, everything's kind of back to normal and, you know, how you're used to it, and that may have played a little bit of part here in the start of the second half, but great start here for the Musketeers as they're on the move and down to the 40 of Charlestown. Bannett steps back to throw. Don't go over the top and
didn't get a real good throw on that pass there.
Pressure there. Had to get rid of it quickly.
So that'll bring up a second down and 10. So
Bannett asking for a new football, too, there.
So trips to the near side. Garrett Drury on the far side by himself. I like that matchup over there.
Got a lot of field over there. That's where he's going to go.
And throws it over the head. You know, that's been 2 slants that's been open.
Yeah.
So I'll bring up a third down and 10.
Sure, it's a case of Cody trying to get into the flow of the game here. You know, he didn't warm up much here at the beginning of the second half. That's tough coming off the sideline, going in and throwing 2 or 3 plays right in a row.
There's Jones, and he's going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage and going to go nowhere for no gain. So that'll bring up a 4th and 10. And I'm sure Cody wants to come out here and try to march us down a score here. And, you know, he's just, you know, got to just do what he can do and not more than he needs to do. But going to bring up a difficult 4th and 10 from the 40. You know, I go back to that slant play.
Screen.
Ain't going to be enough.
No.
So Musketeers are going to turn it over on down.
Pass was complete to Braden. He got about 4 on that. Needed another 6, and I thought the way your formation was there, Coach, they had us covered on that, on the far side there. We had single coverage with Adams here on this side, and that would have been
nice play.
Yep.
Coates.
Yep.
Going to get to the backfield and get a gain of about a yard and a half. Some score updates. Senators are leading the Lions 14-0 at the half last we heard. And kind of a shocker going on over at Brownstown as Scottsburg leads Brownstown 16-7. So quarterback keeper and Musketeers are going to be there. Cleek with the tackle. It's going to be about a yard gain. So that'll bring up about 3rd and 7, I think. So good pressure here to start the second half by the Musketeer defense. Let's see what Charlestown can't go off sides here. Going to roll over to the far side. Throw, finds a receiver, and there's Adams with a tackle to save a touchdown.
Nice throw and catch there. I've been really impressed with Charlestown's quarterback. He's a good athlete, has a strong arm. Had a couple guys drop some passes on him in the first half. He may have motivated those guys at halftime to hang on to those footballs.
There's a handoff.
Coach with a tackle.
Going to be a gain of about 4.
You know, I've watched every game except for one this year of our defense, and we do a decent job for 3 or 4 plays, and then we give up a 50-yarder.
Yeah.
And if we can just maintain that consistency, we get guys to the ball there behind the line of scrimmage.
Coach again with a
Yep,
tackle.
I mean, he come from the other side.
Yep.
So no gain on the play.
Defense is all about mindset. If you don't want the contact, you don't need to be playing defense.
Yeah.
And, you know, you've got to have that desire and that motivation to go destroy somebody on the other side.
So 3rd and 7 here. Steps back to pass. A little pressure here. Throws it deep in the end zone. Touchdown to number 84.
He bought himself enough time.
Yep.
Adams got caught watching the play, and so that'll make it 34-0 with 8:21 to go. Well, I got a 12-year-old boy that's just itching to play defense. That's what he wants to play. He don't care about offense, don't care about any of that. He wants to go tackle somebody, so
that's what we need.
He's going to have his chance here in a couple years.
Yep.
And I give him kudos. He's in the weight room right now. Kick is no good. So, you know, he's in there with the weights guy working out, and, you know, weights guy does an excellent job with our athletes. And but so I don't know if that kick was missed on purpose.
I doubt it, Mikey.
I'm not sure. I don't know if we got a hand in there to deflect it or what happened there, but
it was really short.
Yeah, it did not look like his typical kicks prior to that.
Well, is it 30 or 35?
It's 35.
Yeah.
35.
So that's what I was wondering, if he missed it just to keep where they go to the running clock.
I don't know. Maybe their quarterback told him to miss it so he could have a shot at that stats a little bit to get that.
Hey, Coach said when he went to running clock, I'm coming out. This is this one.
Well, 34-0. 8:21 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
You know, there's something else that, you know, I just kind of thought of. I don't think we've been shut out any ball game this year.
I think you're right. I think what did we score at West Washington? 8 points?
Yep. So, I know there's a lot of Charlestown fans here rooting on Scottsburg tonight to make sure, but, the way things is going, they're going to claim that conference title tonight and end the season with an undefeated record.
Looks like we have an updated score. Scottsburg 16, Brownstown 14.
Good ball game over there. I believe that's at Scottsburg, too.
That's Brownstown.
Brownstown?
We were fortunate enough to get to see that senior night last week, too, while you wasn't there.
There's Adams. Flips it back, breaks a couple tackles, and gets it out to about the 25.
He works hard every time he gets the ball. Real quick, something I wanted to touch on, girls basketball starts Monday. How's it feel to be the dad of the head coach coming into, season, talking with her, what emotions and feelings is going through the household right now?
I'm very excited about it. I can't wait, and I'm excited for her to get going on Monday and get practice started. And I know I asked her the other day about it. I asked her if she was nervous, and she said, yeah, she was nervous, anxious, and I think, I told her, I said, well, that'll all go away after that first practice and stuff, and you get things, practice gear passed out, get schedules passed out, have your parent meeting wherever she does that or whatever, and but I couldn't be more proud of her. Obviously, you guys both know her as well as anybody around here, and not because I'm her dad, but I think every one of you, both of you guys would say she's worked her tail off to get everything that she's had through injuries. She's a student of the game. She's had really good coaches around her since she was very young, Mikey being, one of them, and I think she's even touched on that, and she doesn't forget, where she come from, and she's excited to be back home here and be able to be a part of this and hopefully, carry on the success that the girls program's had.
She's definitely been a part of that success, helping our school win a state championship and winning the Mental Attitude Award. That that was an awesome day for Musketeer Nation. And I'm sure her goal is to take our program back to that level at some point in her career. And she'll do a good job. We'll know she'll work hard. Hopefully her first year will be a positive experience, and that first year is always a tough year, whether you win or lose as a head coach. I remember those days, my first year at West Washington as a head football coach. It took me 3/4 of the year to figure out if I was doing anything right. And it's just part of it. You got to learn how to be a coach, and it's going to take some time, but I think Taylor's going to do a fantastic job for our girls basketball program.
Well, as you both know, she doesn't, she loves to compete. She's a competitor. She's going to ask a lot of the kids, but I think the kids are really going to grab a hold of her, and I think a lot of them look up to her because they were all in that middle school, elementary age whenever she was coming through up here. And but she, to be honest with you, what I've been, throughout the last 3 or 4 years, just when she's playing basketball up at UIndy, just being able to talk to her, just how much she has picked up on the game. Just knows the game. She just knows the game so well. And her biggest thing is that she's always been go play. Now she's got to get those kids to go play. So I think that's what she's really nervous and anxious about, is being able to get kids to produce and perform. So,
well, I think she has, the first thing she has to do, and she's did that, is get the girls to buy in and want to play for her. And just talking to the girls, they're excited and, thrive on her being the coach and excited about it. And that's the first step, and I think these girls are going to leave it on the floor night in, night out for her. There's a punt that not very good, goes out of bounds. Is the whole possession right there, as you was talking, guys, was 2 bad snaps. Braden comes up limping, holding his back, goes to the sideline. You know, it was just a bad possession all the way around, and Charlestown is going to end up with the ball at about the 30-yard line. But, you know, you don't know what you got until 2 weeks from tomorrow when you step on that floor for the scrimmage and kind of see. But I'm excited to get a good group to come in with, and, you know, the first win's the tough one. When you get it, once you get that, the monkey's off your back and you get the ball rolling.
Yep, absolutely.
Great tackle there by Nathaniel Coates again.
And then Nathaniel's came out to play.
Yes, he has.
I think he's made probably every tackle for us this second half.
Me and Garrett was talking about him today, and, you know, he really likes to play on that side of the ball, and he'll hit you. I mean,
he's definitely aggressive.
There's a pass out, caught by number 15, still on his feet, and he's going to get in for the score. You know, and, you know, we can talk about it all night, and we have for 8 weeks prior. It's just the tackling right now, we got to figure it out.
So grabbing jerseys and arm tackling is not working right now. And,
so with 5:28 to go, that'll make it 40-0. I think this is, to your all's point, it's time to, you done seen Braden kind of come up, holding his back a little bit. Don't think it's anything major, and the extra point is good. Told you that quarterback made him miss while so he get another touchdown pass. But, you know, I don't know that you bring Cody back out. He's kind of struggling a little bit. You don't want to get his confidence down any more than it is. You know, I think it may be a time that you pull Caleb King out.
Braden's coming back on the field now.
And that's why we're up here.
Exactly right, Mikey.
It's easy to coach from up here.
I mean, we don't get nothing wrong up here.
I was talking to Chad Fleetwood the other night. I said, you know, I've never lost a football game sitting up there with that headset on calling the game. I said, but I have to ask, why did you go for it on 4th and 12 the other night from the 3-yard line? He goes, that was me. I was like, well, okay. And he kind of explained he didn't want to give the ball back to him with 3 minutes to go. They was going to eat the rest of the clock up. And I understood that. And but, you know, that conversation was why I didn't do it in front of a bunch of people. You know, I didn't want to show him up or nothing like that. And it wasn't like I was attacking him either, but he knew I was kind of joking too. So,
well, it's kind of like when you're down 2 and you go for the 3 and you hit it, you're the hero. If you miss it, well, why'd you go for the 3? You know, so here's the kickoff. Gonna squid it out of bounds, and it'll bring it up to the 35. Something I noticed there is Garrett and Adam switched sides that time. Garrett said, I'm tired of not getting these kickoffs.
Well, Garrett wasn't even in.
No, that was Braden.
Yeah.
And, you know, Garrett's another one I think you've got to be careful with. You know, a couple weeks ago, gets banged up with the knee there, and so. But when you look at our sideline, you don't have a lot of options to put guys in the rest right now. So,
well, and you got to look at it too. You know, if Charlestown's keeping their main guys out there, you're probably going to keep your main guys out there because you don't want to bring in a freshman and have a freshman going against a senior, and that could end bad. And both coaches understand that.
There's an option out to Jones. You know, there's times I think you just need to keep going out wide, and he tries to cut back so much. So that'll be a yard loss on the play.
Down to 3 minutes to go here in the third.
See if we got any score update. And we did hit a final of the Phillies won 9-1 over Atlanta to take a 2-1 lead in that series.
I told Jeff Pennington the other night, I said the Phillies are going to win that series. He goes, you think? I'm like, yeah, I do.
Well, I told Coach at the half while you were gone, they've got hot at the right time. Well, incomplete pass on the wide receiver screen. You know, as the season comes in, we want to thank all of our sponsors as well. You know, McDonald's, John Jones, Meadowview, you know, Wslm. You know, without them, we couldn't bring you Musketeer Sports and them allowing us to do this. And, you know, this being our third year in football and I believe our fourth in basketball, I mean, it's a blast. I mean, I look forward to it. And,
well, I really appreciate Coach Ferris coming up here with us this year. I mean, I hope he comes back next year and will help us out. I hope he's enjoyed it as much as we've enjoyed him being up here with us. But it's a different look. You know, he's been around a lot more football than what we have, and he sees things a lot better than what we do. But I do want to thank him for coming up here and spending time with us.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
I thank you guys for giving me the opportunity. It's been that first game, I didn't know what it would be like because I've never done anything like this. But, you know, normally when I'm on the press box or in the press box with a headset on, it's from a coaching standpoint. So it was a little different, but it's been a fun experience and glad I could help you guys out. And we'll see what happens next year.
So on a 4th and 11, Bannock that kicked it down to about the 30-yard line of Charlestown as they'll take over as we're down to about a minute to go here in the third quarter. You know, the next thing we got to do is get Coach Newcomb on here for basketball a little bit.
Yeah. You know, he talks about it. I think he would come on here with us, and sometimes he says he's going to, and then I know, just like Coach Ferris, he's busy. When we're at home, he's busy.
Yeah, home games is going to be tough to get him on.
Yeah.
You know, and then away games, you got to fight Bev for him.
Oh, yeah. And so she didn't even come with him tonight.
Oh,
you know?
Well. Yeah, she's getting ready. She's a big volleyball fan. She's ready to go tomorrow as, you know, Aaron coaches volleyball. And
well, Grant was coming in tonight, too, so, you know, she stayed home. And so good to have Grant come back home. Here's a tackle.
Nice job.
Good Adams by Adams, and he had him knock the shoe off a kid.
So that should bring us to the end of the third quarter here as the score will be 41-0 Charlestown. I believe they've changed quarterbacks.
Yes.
So I think, you know, Coach Hawkins is, you know, him and Coach Dean's got a pretty good relationship where he's not going to, you know, do anything disrespectful.
Yep.
So we'll step away and hear a word from one of these great sponsors and be back to bring you Musketeer football. This is WSLM Radio out of Salem, Indiana.
It's no secret that people are taking advantage of early voting in Indiana. Early voting starts a month before the traditional general election on Tuesday, November the 8th. WSLM has helped educate the Kentuckiana community for the past 69 years. One of the ways we've done is to host our political forums to introduce the public to our candidates. We thought we'd serve the public's interest in hosting our next political forum on Monday, October the 10th at 6 p.m. at City Hall, which will help you get to know the candidates before making a decision during early voting. Early voting in Indiana begins Tuesday, October the 11th, and continues through November the 7th at noon. Regular voting hours for general election are from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Tuesday, November the 8th. All registered Indiana voters are eligible to vote early in person. We invite all local candidates to attend this forum, so you can either meet them in person, listen to them on the radio, or online. Then maybe you'll be able to make a better decision to pick the right person to lead your communities and schools. Just another way that...
All right, welcome back here to Charlestown as we're set to start the final quarter of play with a 41-0 lead by the Pirates. Another group of players being introduced here. So I believe it's number 3.
Is it number 3 or number 2?
Maybe number 2, Wes.
Ethan French, Jr.
6'3", keep it. And going to be stopped by none other than Coates.
He's had at least 4 tackles here in this second half.
Well, whatever the message was at the half, Coates got it and everybody else didn't because he's become a man possessed the second half.
Again, he went to the exact far side of the field.
And, if you can get him to start a game like that,
yep.
So, here's a throw, caught, and He's going to be right at the first down marker.
And they're probably going to give it to him, I would say.
This near official saying first down, move the chains.
Looks like Charlestown's got some younger kids in now.
Is that 26 or 28 the running back, Mikey?
I don't know. 28 it looks like.
A freshman.
Ooh,
That is a hit by Adams.
What grade's he in?
Freshman.
He just got welcome to varsity football.
He sure did. You know, our point of view up here is great, but man, we are far from the fields. We are way up here.
And he's coming out of the game. 28 just coming out of the game.
Yeah, this is only one walk you want to make up one time. I mean, you don't want to go up and down these steps 2 or 3 times. This guy's lining up on our side. Here we go, got him lined up. Here's the snap, going to roll out to this near side. Caught.
That's going to be another first down.
Yeah, he does a nice job, nice ball. Going to be, move the chains. Going to be close to midfield.
Pass is complete to Liam Iglesias, another freshman. Under 10 minutes now, football game. And he's going to have to get a loss here. He's brought down by Fickus and Braden Jones.
You know, that's another one that hasn't played much defense now. Going to play defense here late is Braden playing linebacker. You don't want to see him get hurt, but he is linebacker material, you know.
Well, he played defense at the beginning of the year, and
it's going to be about a 20-yard run by number, I can't tell the number, Wes, 80?
Rias Duncan, sophomore, 5'11".
So we're down to 8:40 to go in the ball game. Still 41-0, Charlestown lead.
the one thing you can count on every year you play Charlestown is they're going to have some athletes.
Yeah.
They always do.
Here's the snap.
They switch quarterbacks again.
He's going to keep it. The ball's caught at about the 20-yard line. Musketeers got a little bit of pressure there, but didn't quite get to him. So that'll move the chains again. You know, the second unit moving the football for Charlestown, you know.
That's a freshman quarterback, too.
And I believe he's 4 for 4, 4 for 5. So there's a handoff to number 32. There's Coates getting the backfield again for about a 4-yard loss.
I think Coach Dean needs to have him run about a mile or two before next week's game. That way, when the game starts, he thinks it's the second half. Because
whoever's supposed to be defending Nathaniel Coates right now is getting beat all over the field. He's wearing them out.
He's everywhere.
Good play here. And he's going to get in. Made about 4 guys miss.
Tell you what, this young group Charleston has pretty good.
Pretty good.
So we're down to 6:45 to go. That'll make it 47-0.
He has a touchdown by number 8. They don't even have an 8 on the roster.
So here's the extra point attempt. Garrett Jury with the block. He timed that perfect. I mean, he about took it out of the snapper's hand.
So 47-0 with 6:24 to go here in the ball game.
Real quick, we'll stay right here, but, you know, you guys know more about this. I just know what they advanced. But talk about the marching band, you know, moving on to state. You know, you got Gunner involved, and, you know, Coach, you being in school, talking to Mr. Lindley, you know, when's the next performance, and what do we got to do here?
Well, I think it's next Saturday. They have advanced to the Scholastic State Finals. And I believe Matt told me this is the 9th consecutive year that we have advanced to the state finals of marching band. And Matt Lindley, his wife Veronica, they do an outstanding job with our band. Whether it's marching band or pep band and basketball, they do an outstanding job. And, you know, Matt coaches those kids. he coaches them. And, you know, there'll be times where you'll see the marching band running laps around the parking lot. And, you know, he has definitely established, you know, Eastern marching band as one of the top in our class. I know the band's a little smaller this year. We're down in numbers, but it seems like we just continue to reload every year and have success in marching band, and it's good to see.
Picked up by Adams here. He's going to be stopped about the 24-yard line.
You know, I've said it for years now, even before Gunner was involved in the band. Those kids work. They work. I mean, in the summer, go there 12 hours a day for 1 week straight, I know, and it's a different breed with them kids. I mean, they work hard to do, and parents of athletes don't see that a lot, and I've had the opportunity to see that, you know, with Gunner being in the band. But yeah, it's hats off to the Lindleys, because they do an outstanding job with them, and good luck to them next weekend. I believe it's at Franklin Community. Is that correct?
Yep.
There's Bannett. Pass is complete to Adams. He's going to be close, just short of the first down.
Well, you know, and you guys talking about the marching band and even, you know, that band for the basketball games. That run to state with them girls, they were amazing.
They were.
And without, I mean, they were huge. They got the crowd going. I mean, they was the sixth man that year.
Oh, yeah. Well, it felt like a home game.
It did.
Even when we were 3.5 hours away for the semi-state.
Man, it's got to air one out.
He's got a man open, and it's complete.
Oh, great catch.
Pass complete to Andrew Adams.
He has about the 30. He has made some outstanding catches this year. He really has. I think he may have knocked the wind out himself there.
He laid out for that one.
May have landed on the ball. I want to make sure we mention our cross-country runners that are competing in the regional tomorrow. We have Ava Souter. She'll be competing in the girls cross-country regional, and then Glenn Gosnell will be participating in the boys.
Going upstairs again.
And I believe that will take place at Edgewood tomorrow morning. So we want to wish both of those runners the best of luck tomorrow.
And this is Ava's third or fourth year straight advancing to that level. So, you know, I know numbers were down a little bit in cross country, but congratulations to them as well. And best of luck tomorrow. And you know, get on Facebook. They'll keep you posted with all that. As you know, they do an excellent job of keeping everything updated on there and letting you know. But so we got a 2nd and 10 from the Charlestown 30, 3:35 to go in the ball game. Over the middle to Adams, and he's going to catch it and take it in for a touchdown. So keeps the streak alive. You know, I know you're going against their second unit, but this is big, I think, for confidence going into next week.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, we really didn't, like to your guys' point, we didn't want to get shut out here tonight. And so pass complete to Andrew Adams for a touchdown here. We'll go for 2. But score update here. Salem did get on the board. It's 14-7 now. Salem with 2 timeouts. 2 minutes left in the game, and Salem's got the football. So
pass incomplete through the hands of Jury, a little high. So that'll make it 47-6 with 2:42 to go. Charlestown lead. So 2 timeouts by Salem. You know, we know a Salem second half team 2 weeks ago. You know, that's a lot of time for them, and you know, they're a very good defensive team. I mean, you know, to be honest, I'm surprised we scored as much as we did against them. But to go to West Washington and hold them to 14 points, and you know, that's pretty good. You got any updates over there on your side?
Just saw a final score. It looks like North Harrison has defeated Providence 21-14. That's a big win for the Cougars. I know Providence is pretty good this year, so that's a big win for North Harrison.
And that'll be a second-round game, Coach. If both those teams, West Washington and Providence, win, they'll play in the second round against each other. I believe that game will be out at West Washington, so be a big crowd out there for that game. Because did you ever play Providence as a coach out there?
I did not. When I was coaching there, we played several Mid-Southern schools. Mm-hmm. I know we played Brownstown, Corden, Salem. You know, we had 3 or 4 teams on our schedule that were Mid-Southern Conference teams, but we did not play Providence. And I believe Providence has dropped a class. Yeah. So this will be their first opportunity playing for the 1A state championship.
Well, here we go. Hardy set to kick off. 47-6. Pirates on top. 2:42 to go in the contest. Kick it deep.
I'm just wanting to blow the whistle so he can't kick it. A little onside kick, and it's recovered. Never really took a bounce, though.
I believe that was Big James Hardy on the kick, wasn't it?
Yep. So as the clock continues to run, we're down to under 2.5 minutes to go, and Silver Creek up on Corden 42-35 in a shootout at Corden. So Scottsburg has stretched that lead back out to 23-14 in the fourth quarter.
That's impressive.
That's a surprising, win. It's kind of like we talked about the Phillies.
If they can hang on, that's a huge win for. Hand off to number 32. He cuts the corner out left side and is pushed out of bounds right at the first down marker. Clock still running. We're under 2 minutes now.
So he bring up a 2nd and 2. Once again, we want to, bring up home football game next Friday night. The first round of the sectionals. The Musketeers will host Clarksville. Want to pack the stands, get on Facebook. I'm sure there'll be some kind of theme. And they're just going to take a knee here with 1:12 to go. That's,
it's kind of a class act
there by Coach Hawkins. And, I'm sure Coach Dean's saying, good deal, let's get on out of here and get ready to prepare for Charlestown or Clarksville next Friday night. It'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff. Be food, all you can eat there, with the ribeyes, hamburgers, hot dogs. Some of the best French fries you'll eat, I think.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, we want to pack the stands and support these boys. Like Coach said earlier, when you get on the bus tonight, when this final horn goes off, everybody goes back to 0-0 on records. And, 1-8 means nothing at that point. It's everybody starts back at ground zero.
Yep.
So But that's going to bring us to a final score here, 47-6, as the Charlestown Pirates complete the undefeated regular season conference champs by defeating the Musketeers here tonight. And, they'll be heading up to Washington County next week as they play Salem. So they just played last week, and really it wasn't a blowout game like I thought it could possibly be. So I'll let you guys give some final thoughts, and we'll get out here, and I got to get ready to go to Brownstown tomorrow.
Well, my final thought is with, I think there's some things that we can learn from this tonight. Cody coming in the second half there, get back into form here, get back to the practice, back in school, kind of a routine come Monday. I think that's going to help the kids and get ready to go next Friday night as Clarksville comes to town. And, I think we got a good chance at this thing. We just got to continue to improve. Don't get down on this game. I mean, every game means something, but to Coach's point, the real season starts next weekend and next Friday night there at home. So,
yeah, I think coaching staff will study the film and look at what we need to work on, but also try to find a way to stop Clarksville. I know they've got, like we've mentioned earlier, one of the best backs in the state. We've got to find a way to slow him down. I don't know if we will stop him, but if we can kind of contain him and slow him down a little bit, if Nathaniel Coates plays like he did the second half tonight, I think that, chances of us being in the game at the end are pretty favorable. Not just Nathaniel, but the whole defense. But he flew around the second half, and that's what we got to have. If you're playing linebacker, you got to be able to fly to the ball, read the ball, see misdirection, drop back in pass coverage. We've got to do a better job of tackling. I've said that all year. That's been our downside, and what a better time to start tackling than the sectional. If we're going to start, let's start next week, and hopefully things will work out, and we get everybody to practice and have a good week, and be excited, because sectional time's like I said, a time where it's a new season for everybody, and if you can't get excited for the sectional, you're not going to get excited for much of anything. I know here at school this week we've got some activities planned. We're going to have a big pep session on Thursday. We're out of school on Friday due to parent-teacher conferences, so we're going to try to do some things and get the school spirit going for this week, and not only for the football team, but for the band and any other team that we have playing next weekend, and to celebrate some of the teams that maybe have ended their season already. We're going to recognize and celebrate their accomplishments as well.
Maybe we get a volleyball team playing next weekend. Maybe we get a couple runners that advance to semi-state. You never know, but there's an opportunity there. So
that would be phenomenal.
Well, that's all I got, guys. I appreciate you driving down here doing this with me. Once again, the final score here, 47-6, as Charlestown comes away with the win. We'll be back on the air next Friday night about 10 till 7 to bring you first-round sectional as the Musketeers host Charlestown or Clarksville Generals. Once again, the volleyball team will play about 12:30 at Brownstown tomorrow, and I don't know, you got a time for the cross-country runners tomorrow?
Don't have
mid-morning
time. It's usually around 10:30, somewhere around there.
Good luck to all the athletes, and then next weekend the band will be performing. So we'll send it back to the station. This is Musketeer Football being brought to you by Wslm Radio. Good evening and God bless.